This is Chapter 8, Unsecured Debts or Loans. You can stop the slideshow at any time. A transcript of the slideshow can be found on the course page and can be downloaded or read within the program. An unsecured loan is any loan where no asset has been used as security. Examples of loans that are usually unsecured include credit cards and personal loans. Home loans and car loans are usually secured by the house or car the principal from the loan is used to purchase. About the default notice. In order for a credit provider to take enforcement action, the client must have defaulted on their loan repayments. The credit provider must have issued the client a default notice, allowing the debtor 30 days from the date of the notice to remedy the default. A 30-day period has passed, and the client must not have remedied the default. There are exceptions to the rule, however. A credit provider is not required to provide a default notice or wait for the 30 days to elapse, where the credit provider reasonably believes it was induced by fraud to enter the credit contract, the credit provider cannot reasonably locate the debtor, or where the credit provider is authorised by the court to begin enforcement action. What about the enforcement proceedings? The credit provider can try to collect the debt through the debt collection process. They may contract a debt collector to seek repayment of the debt. Go to the chapter on debt collection for more information. Taking court action. A credit provider may commence legal proceedings against the debtor. If ordered in favour of the lender, the judgment will establish that a debt is owed and that the client must pay the debt. At this point, the client can still negotiate a repayment plan with the lender to pay back the money owed. Where the client can't pay back the judgment debt or does not negotiate a repayment plan, the lender may commence a subsequent court action for enforcement of the judgment debt. The purpose of this second action is to establish the client's means for repaying the debt and decide how they will repay it. For more examples, see the next slide. A time for payment order, an installment order, an earnings appropriation order, a debt appropriation order, and a property seizure and sale order. Enforcement expenses. Costs of enforcing a debt can usually be added onto the debt. This must be provided for in the credit contract, and any expenses charged must be reasonable. Costs may also be ordered by the court. Clients should be aware that the longer matters are left, the greater the debt will become, so an early resolution would benefit the client. What are your client's options? They may wish to take one option or choose a combination of options. Apply for hardship, see Chapter 5 Hardship. Seek a postponement of enforcement actions, see Chapter 5.5 Postponement of Enforcement. Seek financial counselling, see General Resources Financial Counsellors. Challenge the contract, for example on the grounds of maladministration, unjust contract, unconscionability, or do nothing. You have completed the chapter on unsecured debt or loans. You can return to the slideshow as required. Close the slideshow and continue to the next chapter, Credit Information File.